Okay, so yeah, I'm totally sitting here in my pajamas. So, I'm tired. It was a long night, and I finished my list. Well, I finished my boys' list anyways. Um, and I feel like I need to kind of explain it a little bit. Um, the, I don't get it every single time. Every time. Okay. Um, this list is long. It is extensive. There are in the ones I have written down. Okay, I'll show you too this way. And I forgot one. I completely skipped over one in the baby name book. I was doing them alphabetically um, with not one of them. It's the only baby name book I have, but with with the baby name book I have, and one of the names I completely skipped over. And the only reason why I have is because for the longest time I thought this name was spelt with a Y, and it's not. It's spelt with an E, so it looks like Evan. Well, kind of at the beginning it does, but it's not. The name is Evgeny, or I'm sorry, Yevgeny. So it's got like a yeah. That's why I always thought it was spelt with a Y, because of the Yev part. But it is, I believe, a Russian name. It's either Russian, Yiddish, it's something, but it's goes along with the I was gonna say the ethnic names that I like. Oh my goodness, I might have to turn my light on. I don't know if you could tell, but the sun is going crazy outside. Well, the sun's not, but the clouds keep on going in from my thing, so it's affecting my light, and it's kind of annoying me. But anyways, according to this list, I only have, and it's funny when I say I only have, I only have 133 names. Yeah, 133. But in reality, there's 134. So, here comes the sun again. Oh my god, this is getting annoying. And my blinds aren't even open. This is the sun coming through my blinds, people. My blinds are closed. This is the sun coming through the plastic. That's how cheap they are. I live in an apartment. I did not buy these blinds. These blinds are super cheap. I'm gonna have to turn my light on, and it makes me mad because I hate having it on this time of day. But I'm kind of give you just a little look. And these are all, I didn't do double-sided pieces of paper. There's 4 sheets of paper, one side only, because I was going to have the name, and then I have nicknames I like for these names. And every single one of these names I would completely consider using on my child. These are not any names that I would be like, oh hell no. Or it's nice on someone else's child, but not mine. I like all these names, and I would consider them for my child. And I think this kind of makes it easier for when I have kids, because I can throw this at my yet to be assumed. I'm gonna turn that light on. That's not the light. That's the sun. It's clouds. It must be windy outside, 'cause the clouds are crazy. Okay. That'll give me some consistency as far as light's concerned. Stupid clouds, I lost my train of thought. Oh, this list, and this list has been pretty constant for, as long as I can remember. There are some names that will pop up on here, but, I mean, these names are all names I have liked since I was 12. At least 12. I mean, that's That's the first time that I remember really getting into baby names, was right around when I was 12-ish. Or no, well, it wouldn't have been when I was 12. It would have been when I was around 8. Or not 8, but 10, because my brother was born when I was 10. So, that's why. But I had shitty taste in names. I wanted my mom to name my, it's not really shitty. I still kind of like it. It's okay, but it's not on my favorites list anymore. But I wanted my mom to name my brother Amos. I did. Because of the Apple Dumpling Gang. That was one of my favorite movies at the time, and I wanted her to name my brother Amos. And she did not. She named him Zachary. So, yeah. But this kind of gives you just a little hint into my names. And, like, really, I think the most important, because there are so many of them, and I love all these names pretty much equally. The only ones that I have, like, more of an affinity for is, like, the 1 through 20s. Those are ones that I really, really, really like. But I mean, other than that, like 20 and beyond, they're like pretty much equal, and I hated having to number them. It's like giving them a label. But I love all these names. But yeah, so I could totally throw this list at my husband, and I would still like these names probably 10 years down the road or whatever. So he could have a huge list to choose from, because I'm sorry, I have to be in charge of naming my child, because I just love names so much. And, yeah. Unless he has, like, awesome taste in names, I plan on naming my children and being totally selfish about it. So, but here's kind of a look. Oh, and this is how they are. So, see, there's nothing over here. It shows they're all numbered. So, this is just going to be the introduction video. I'm not going to start naming off names except for Yevgeny. There are some really, really, really ethnic names on here, but for the most part, those ones are like the Russian ones. I've also noticed over the years that I really love names that end with an ick sound, or Rick. So, yeah. But yeah, there are some really ethnic ones on here. And there's also, I have to say, there are some names on here that I know now, as I'm older, that I have pronounced them wrong. But because I've been stuck on these names for so long, I like how I have pronounced them in the past. So if I get any replies like, "Oh my god, you're pronouncing it wrong," that's fine, that's great. But I'm telling you right now, there are going to be some mispronunciations. And for the most part, those mispronunciations are any Arabic names that I have on here. I don't have a lot of Arabic names on here, but like one of them, and I'm not sure where it is on this list. I really don't. No, there it is. No, that's not it. It is. Let's see. I don't know. It's here somewhere. But it's traditionally, now that I'm older and I know, and see, now there's just too much light. It's, now that I'm older, I know, but I don't like the original pronunciation. I much prefer mine, and I don't know if it's because of how I pronounce it, or just I'm like stuck in my ways. But one of the names is traditionally pronounced Malik. but it has an E in it, and it's only one E. And to me, when you see a name that's pronounced Malik, it should have 2 E's in it. Or an I, and it doesn't. So to me, it looks like it's Malik. So, I mean, that totally changes the name of it. Or not the name of it, but, like, the sounding of it. So, yeah. But this is, I've not decided. I'm gonna do a test run video doing the names, because I know I'm gonna start talking about each and every one of them. Possibly I'm gonna try and do 20 in a video. So we're looking at, like, God, probably a 6 video series, or 6 or 8 videos in this series. And this is only the boys list, people. But I will tell you that I know the girls' side of this is gonna be, like, dramatically smaller. There are just, I don't know, I have a hard time liking girls' names. I love boys' names. Girls' names are okay, but I love boys' names. And it's actually funny, because when I was doing this, I found some awesome names that I'd like to use on a dog. So I even, oh no! Okay, I'm gonna cut this short. This is my introduction video. And I will talk to you guys later, so bye-bye.